My eyebrows have their own agent. They're actually getting a spin-off series on PBS of their own. No, I don't. I actually can't do. I mean, I have a very animated face, and this eyebrow is the one that moves more. It was really when I was doing The Good Wife and I was playing Eli that I discovered my eyebrow, because I would just sometimes just cut to me, I go. And, that would be the sort of button on the scene. But it's mostly this one, and I just think because this one is so overactive, this one looks like it's less lazy than it actually is. But I don't know, it's quite a good thing that, when you start working in films, you're always told to, like, pull everything down, and I've never really adhered to that. I'm just the same. Sometimes I see myself in films, I think, oh, maybe I should have dialed that down. But no, I think it's quite good to have an animated face and animated eyebrows, and before they start sagging, it's good to get them working. My favourite part of being the Masterpiece host is getting to come here to the studio with these lovely people. I haven't come for a few years because of COVID, of course, but I come down once a year. I come with Michael, my groomer, my assistant, Katie, who's the stylist. It's all the same team. We've been doing it for centuries. Well, I realise this is the 13th time I've done it. So I love that. It's like sort of like Thanksgiving when you go back home. So just to GBH, I come down once a year, and it's just a lovely ritual of seeing everybody, and we stay at the same hotel, and we go to the nice restaurant that we like round the corner. I eat copious amounts of gluten, and it's just great. I actually would thoroughly recommend a book called The Home Stretch by Graham Norton, the Irish TV talk show host on the BBC, who's also a dear friend of mine, and he's started to write novels over the last years, and they're really great. Set in kind of rural Ireland near Cork, really great sort of mysteries, and there's always a dead body, and there's always this little community, and there's one that's already been made into a TV series, and the one that I read that I just loved is the most recent one called Home Stretch. I would thoroughly recommend that being made into a masterpiece mystery. I don't have exact plans. But I definitely do want to do another musical at some point in my life. I might do Fagin in Oliver. I've been asked to do that next year. The answer to both these questions is the same answer. When I did Macbeth on Broadway, well, I did it first of all with the National Theatre of Scotland, then the following year I did it on Broadway, and it was a weird production in which I basically played all the parts. In Macbeth, I was this man who was taken into a hospital, either a victim or a perpetrator of some crime, you're not quite sure. And then as his sort of recovery, perhaps, he starts to recite all the entire play of Macbeth. And I did that, and I don't know how I'm still alive. It was so intense and so exhausting and so challenging. It was very dangerous, a lot of things I was doing, and you thought I died at one point. You thought I drowned. And it was that was a really, really challenging but incredibly rewarding thing. I do not believe in the concept of bucket lists. I think the concept of yearning is something we should not do. I feel like if there's things you want to do before you die, just go and do them. Don't have this thing about one day I'm going to do that. If you want to do them enough, you should go and do them straight away. No, I've never thought about doing that. Although I love the theme tune to Masterpiece. I love it. It's so dramatic. I mean, I think the whole thing about Masterpiece and what I do in these things is to sort of create a mood, and it's sort of this ominous, scary, shadowy, but also kind of camp and sort of slightly tongue-in-cheek at the same time. And so I really like, because it gets you in the mood, the specific mood for watching these shows, and I think I think me singing would spoil that. I think it's perfect as it is.